Tonight, Comey's out, and the tinfoil hat conspiracy leftists are losing it.
The only people who've got to be happy tonight are sitting in the Kremlin.
The vice president defends the president's move.
President Trump made the right decision at the right time.
And the unhinged late-night hosts are absolutely beside themselves.
This is the kind of thing dictators do.
Hannity starts right here, right now. And thanks to our friends on the 5. Welcome to Hannity. And this is a Fox News alert. Another massive breaking news night. Now the great one, Mark Levin, Newt Gingrich, Michelle Malkin, Dr. Sebastian Gorka, Jay Sekulow, Geraldo Rivera, all here tonight with reaction. But first, tinfoil hat conspiracy liberals in Congress to destroy Trump media. They are absolutely losing it. They're completely unhinged, of course, over James Comey being fired, which needed to happen. And that is tonight's important opening monologue. All right, so you have deranged liberal crackpots are at it again, and they're using President Trump's decision, very important decision, to fire the now former FBI director to push all kinds of brand new, completely insane, bizarre conspiracy theories. Now, earlier today in the Oval Office, President Trump was asked why he decided to fire James Comey. Here is what he said.
Why did you fire Director Comey?
Because he wasn't doing a good job, very simply. He was not doing a good job.
That is a simple, basic, fundamental truth that liberals refuse to face. James Comey was shown the door. He did not do his job. Now, Comey failed you. Remember this, the American people.
Yes, he did.
He disrespected the Constitution. He made a mockery out of the rule of law and equal justice under the law. He sat on his hands while your Fourth Amendment privacy rights were being trampled on.
Yep.
And he created, most dangerously, a two-tiered justice system.
Yes, he
One
did.
for Bill and Hillary Clinton and one for everybody else. Now, that man's conduct was and is shameful and inexcusable.
She should have been in prison.
It's why, not that long ago, Democrats were calling for Comey's head. This is the funny part. They're now suffering a massive case of selective amnesia and are feigning moral outrage. And we're going to show you examples of that stunning hypocrisy in just a second. But first, I want to highlight how facts do not matter to the left in America today. For example, the destroyed Trump media. They've been going insane and ballistic and running wild with the most absurd kinds of conspiracy theories over why Comey was fired. This is insanity on display, representing itself as news. Watch this.
It's a grotesque abuse of power by the President of the United States. This is the kind of thing that goes on in non-democracies. I have not seen anything like this since October 20th, 1973, when President Nixon fired our Paul Cox, the Watergate special
Wow. What about Hillary Clinton killing the Benghazi people?
The only people who've got to be happy tonight are sitting in the Kremlin.
Race baiter.
This is the result.
You're a loser.
Like Putin throw marbles on the stairs, banana peels on the sidewalk for American democracy, and not having the president stand up and say, you know what, I want this to stop.
President Trump say America first. Tonight, President Trump put himself first.
Oh, no, he didn't.
I think it's fair to say.
Absolutely.
A little whiff of, I don't care about the law, I'm the boss. I do see the Romanov aspect of this administration.
You're just upset because you got a small penis. Get over yourself, Democrat.
To deliver that kind of his body man. It's monarchical.
Firing Archibald
Oh,
Cox
God, this bitch.
was the first shovel into Richard Nixon's
Come on.
political grave.
Make it more dramatic.
Always.
Always.
Saturday Night Massacre.
Wow.
Fascism. NBC News. This is beyond outrageous, but it's not surprising. Now, the liberal media, they want to destroy President Trump. They want him out of office. Now they will do and say anything.
Because they got a lot to lose, Hannity. They all have their hand in the dirty water.
Proven colluded with Hillary Rodham Clinton during her campaign.
Yep.
And of course, they tried to help her win the White House. Now, they ignored the fact that Hillary Clinton, look at your screen.
You guys looking at this?
Laws right there. You
Seriously.
Having a
Look at it.
email server that contained secret, top secret, special access programs, classified information. Now, we're the only ones really in the media that told you the truth about the Clintons, while the rest of the media covered
Oh,
it
look
all
at
up
that.
and colluded.
Hillary and Bill
About the
Clinton.
destroyed Trump
Fuck
media.
you guys.
They have been lying for months.
They've
to the American
killed people. They've had
about
people
this
murdered.
Trump, Russia, fake news, talking points.
Shit's
and they're
pissing me
continuing
off.
it even still. There is zero evidence so far that Donald Trump, his campaign, his transition, ever colluded with the Russians. It is a bizarre conspiracy theory, and honestly, they have to know the truth but won't tell you the truth.
No, they're
For
not
example,
going to.
The former director of
They're
National
all
Intelligence,
involved in the
James Comey,
conspiracy.
has said many, many times he's seen no evidence of Russian collusion. Here's one example.
Let me ask you this. Does intelligence exist that can definitively answer the following question, whether there were improper contacts between the Trump campaign and Russian officials?
We did not include any evidence in our report, and I say our, that's NSA, FBI, and CIA with my office, the Director of National Intelligence, that had anything, that had any reflection of collusion between members of the Trump campaign and the Russians. There was no evidence of that included in our report.
I understand that, but does it exist?
Not to my knowledge. We had no evidence of such collusion.
Not to my knowledge, no evidence of collusion. And of course, you have the deranged Democrats. Now, they're pretending to be so outraged over Comey's firing and saying the most insane things. You talk about selective moral outrage. This is it on steroids.
They're hypocrites.
We know Director Comey was leading an investigation in whether the Trump campaign colluded with the Russians.
Yeah, there's Schumer.
A serious offense. Were those investigations getting too close to home for the president? The dismissal of Director Comey establishes a very troubling pattern.
We have a deeply insecure president who understands that the noose is tightening because of this Russia investigation.
There is no fucking Russian. Ask Hillary Clinton about the fucking uranium that she fucking sold to fucking Russia, you assholes. But you guys won't fucking bring that up. Fuck you guys, you fucking Democrats, piece of shit. Seriously. You're fucking being lied to, you stupid idiot left people. You're fucking being lied to and you're stupid. You guys are taking a fall for some bitch and George Soros and Osama bin Laden, aka Barack Obama. You guys are fucked in the head.
There is absolutely no
Oh, here's this idiot.
with regard
Mr.
to
Cummings.
this president. He basically seems to be able to do whatever he wants. And the Republicans, our Republican friends, are aiding and abetting that situation.
Now, this hypocrisy coming from the Democrats is off the charts, even for their standards. Now, let me remind them all that it wasn't that very long ago, was it, when they were viciously attacking, James Comey.
That's right, I remember.
We're all disturbed, first of all,
Here's the fucking pedophile, John Podesta pedophile.
Over the advice of the leaders in the Justice Department. I'm not challenging Mr. Comey's motivation, but I do think it was unwarranted. It was a mistake.
He's got a big burden of proof, so to speak, on him for why he did what seems to be such an appalling act that goes against the tradition of prosecution.
Why the change of heart now, Schumer? Huh? Why? Oh, because George Soros and Hillary Clinton and fucking Osama bin Laden, aka Barack Obama, is fucking telling you guys to do something. Here's this drunk bitch. Oh yeah, she doesn't even fucking know who our president is. Fucking loser, because they all fucking have something. They all have ties in it together, and they know damn well that if Trump succeeds, they're all gonna fucking go down. That's why they're fighting. Don't you know, guys? You have to lie, steal, and cheat every day just to make an honest living, and that's what these fucking Democrats are trying to do.
Partisan purposes, and that's why I called him the new J. Edgar Hoover, because I believe that.
Do you believe that Jim Comey should resign, Senator Reid?
Of course, yes.
Of course, yes. Now, let me specifically remind Crocodile Tears Senator Chuck
Oh,
Schumer
God, yeah, I remember that.
He said about James Comey just back in November, just days before the election, quote, I do not have confidence in him any longer. To restore my faith, I'm going to have to sit down and talk to him and get an explanation for why he did this. Now, that's just more proof that Schumer, the Democrats, are full of it when it comes to James Comey.
I'll say it. They're full of shit.
Just last week, Hillary Clinton blamed James Comey for her election loss.
Of course.
She's a big fan today. Watch this.
I was on the way to winning.
You're a fucking bitch. You've had people killed. You've had them murdered. You are a fucking loser. You killed our American ambassador. You did not send help. You are a fucking bitch, and I hope you fucking die. Cunt.
No. But here's the point tonight. There is no getting through to these tinfoil.
She fucking blames everybody except herself. Fucking dried up piece of fucking prune.
Today. It's time to diagnose them with what it is. Trump derangement syndrome. And sadly, there's not a cure. That's the worst part. This will go on for 4 years, probably 8 years.
Exactly.
Now,
Because
your
they're being
reaction
fucking
is the most
brainwashed by the
popular
mainstream
TV
media.
network. I call him the Great One.